I think we're live.
Yeah, we're live now.
All right. Excuse our resident doctor's proctology of his local cats. Welcome back to Dice Board presents Ground Sailor's Curse, DM'd by myself, DM Scratching. Today we have Keeneye, the cat molester, played by Doc.
Hey, they said they enjoyed it.
We got our best impression of oh god, I can't think of his name for right now. Cheech and Chong, Dolor, played by our Tony.
Hey man.
We got the ever boisterous but never busty Sonja, played by Stockton.
That's me. Hey, I don't think Keeneye's the cat molester. I think it's the other guy.
We got Prime Rib Gorshgan, played by Invader.
Also known as
If you die, we eat you.
And we would rather have his pet and not the actual elf himself, Varis, played by Drahzar.
I'll fucking burn you all.
Welcome back to the Obsidian Empire, where our players most recently left Ratnik's lair and his laboratory, where they left behind someone to keep the actual lab open so that they can return if they wished. After some conversations with the folks at the Shanty Shack and doing some research in the area of the town, we had Varis, who decided to go inside the tower, using his downtime to find out some information of some visions that he's been having. Gorshgan decided to help Namor, a weaponsmith, with crafting some weapons. Sonja helped bartend and did some local debauchery. And Keeneye worked on making some bullets for himself.
Boom!
During that time, they went around town looking for information about a dark-skinned gnome who smelled like mushrooms, where they were led to a opium den ran by a very haggardy-looking woman, where they went to the basement, and after buying Sonja her first hit of opium, they are greeted by a group of goblins accosting a gnome, asking for some money. After Sonja stepping in, because she wears the man pants in the family, a fight ensued where they almost had a few people die. Luckily, they were able to fight back and kill everyone with the exception of one goblin who did manage to get away and knows all your guys' faces. After escaping the town, so that you wouldn't be fingered as someone who committed these acts of murder within the walls of the city, you find yourself in a druid grove known as Roran's Grove, at the edge of Mercatar, where there's deep reflective pools of water and runes written on trees and rocks, and food is bountiful here. Since coming in this location, certain folks of you feel a bit more calmer than others than they have in their past, and I guess it's time for a conversation between our newest party member and the rest of the party themselves. So I will hand the reins over to you guys and let you come of what you want.
So who the fuck are you?
Who am I? Who are you?
You almost got me fucking killed.
I think you almost got you killed. Man. Or,
Hey!
woman, or whatever.
I mean, Sonja,
We're not sure either.
Kind of got a point because, we were gonna
He's
talk
about to get a point.
We were gonna talk until you decided to just, start kicking people.
Okay, so we're in like a druid grove and stuff, guys, and this is a really cool place, but Rurin's a friend of mine, and he's a little particular on who comes in and out and stuff. So whatever you do, don't fuck with his trees, okay?
Got it. Fuck with all the trees. Cut them down. Fuck them all up. Got it.
Hey, man, don't even joke about that, because he will totally kick your ass, and I will run away.
Yeah, run away.
I don't think he'll do it, and maybe you should destroy a tree.
Oh, I will totally run away. Don't even test me, man.
I'm gonna look that druid right in his eyes as I cut down one of his trees. Real slow, like a cat.
Like a cat pushing a china teacup off a counter.
Yeah, like looking you directly dead in the eyes. Like, I know you see what I'm doing, and I want you to see.
Oh,
this is how spiteful I am.
I'm not Roarin', man. I'm Dolor. Roarin', he's a furbolg, and he's like way stronger than me.
Is it like you ride around on his shoulders and like direct his movements and say all the witty one-liners while he punches things with massive fists?
That would be so cool.
I would totally watch that play.
I wonder if he would let me do that. No. We haven't done that yet, but that does sound like a really cool idea.
Is his nickname Master Blaster?
And, you know, I really appreciate you guys trying to help me out back there, but, man, Grit is going to be so pissed off at me, and he's probably going to add the cost of those goblin henchmen to my tab.
Well, didn't we kill all of them?
Oh, well, you didn't kill Grit, and he's going to know that it was me. Well, maybe not me, because he doesn't think that I could do that, but he might figure out that it was me when the guy gets back. The guy that got away. How many spell slots did I use last time? I still have them? Well, almost. I still have 1 second level spell slot left. And there's a bunch of people that still need healing, so I will cast another healing spirit. So it's going to do 5d6 worth of healing divided up however we choose. Do I get any bonuses for being in the Druid Grove?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, bummer. So who is the closest to death? Sonja's at 11.
I'm at 14 left.
You're at 14.
I have 17 wounds, so I have 14 HP left.
Okay.
Varis has 9 hit points.
Alright, let's do 2 to Varis, 2 to Sonja, and 1 to Gorshgan. You guys want to do that? It's their D6s. I think it's just D6, right?
And what are you giving us?
It's healing spirit. It's just straight up healing.
Oh, gotcha.
No bonuses on that, like cure light wounds. It's just a straight D6. So
when you say 2, it's not 2 heal points, it's 2 die?
yeah, 2d6. I have to divide it up by the d6s.
I get 1 HP. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll burn my last level 2 spell slot and heal myself for an additional 2d6 with cure wounds. Or d8, I'm sorry, d8.
Well, all right, guys. Well, thanks for all your help and all. You can exit the grove to the left or to the. Well, really, you're kind of in the middle of the forest, so just pick a direction. And yeah, I'll see you later.
All right, I heal for an additional 14.
So let me roll a personal history check there, boss. Like, do I know Grit or any of the goblins that we saw down there from my criminal background?
Roll me a history check.
All right. There you go.
Grit is a name that rings a bell. He is someone. Would you say you're someone who's been to the gladiator pits?
I mean, I probably would participate in the betting on the house side.
Okay, so you've gone in to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make money.
Grit is a larger-than-life goblin that owns the Crimson Pits, which is the gladiator ring that is there in Mercatar. It is known as being the best gladiator ring in all the Obsidian Empire. And he is about 4 to 6 inches taller than the average goblin, and he's about the girth of 5 of them put together. Very, very... he likes to show off his wealth.
He's big
and so you know him from that.
Okay. So he's got a kind of a vast and mighty peanut empire.
He has large number of security at the arena itself because people typically don't commit crimes at the arena without him knowing about it or him interfering with it. Generally, it's goblinoid security force he has there. Plus, at his disposal, he has all the gladiators as well.
Sonja, you know Grit? Hey, stick around here, mushroom gnome. I want to talk with you about a thing or two. Sonja, do you know the name Grit?
Yes, you do.
From your time fighting in the armpits?
Sure I do.
So, we just pissed off the guy that owns the best gladiator ring in town.
No, the best gladiator ring in the Empire.
Yeah, whatever. It's not gonna go down well for us. Yeah. So, I'm wondering, maybe does would I think that Lagziev and Grit are at odds or in cahoots? Like, would Lagziev be impressed if I brought down Grit?
You know that Lagziev has his fingers in a lot of different pies.
Okay, I don't know what to do with that. I think that it's been our best interest.
A lot of people make money with Grit.
Right. So I have a feeling that he's going to spend a lot of money and use a lot of influence to kill us because he'll think that we defended this mushroom fiend here. So it might be in our best interest, including you, Shroomhead,
we didn't exactly give our names. I'm just saying we could kind of...
Yeah, like how many little goblins and giant brown flat-chested babes and cows and
flat-chested
wiggle elves with like butt buddies are walking around Mercatar.
I'm albino, okay. Thank you very much.
We're pretty easy to recognize.
Yeah, because even as a Minotaur, you don't find a lot of albino ones, so...
Alright, I'm gonna try to grapple Keeneye. He's about to get motorboated.
Do you
Show
allow
your
this to
fat
happen?
chest.
Oh, dear God. Well, roll me an opposing athletics check.
Come here, you little worm.
I scamper away.
You manage to, like, grab his finger, and then he just, like, ducks out, and then he disappears.
And from over your head, you hear, maybe it's in our best interest to take Grit down. Put somebody new in charge of the Crimson Pits. And if you want to live, do we know your name?
I think I mentioned it just a minute ago.
Okay.
It's like my name's Dolor, the person that this grove is named after.
If you want to live, Dolor, you might want to work with us and take down Grit.
No, man, Grit he's got friends and gladiator, and you don't want to take down Grit. I'll tell you one thing about Grit that I do know. He's all about the money, so if we can just pay him back, whatever
That's
damage
not how
we cause,
criminal enterprise works.
Yeah,
He
we
will
give him
always
the
be
money.
shaking you down for money for the rest of your life.
But if we can just pay him the money, I think he will see us as an asset and not a whatever the opposite of asset is.
Probably a cockset. Anyway,
I say we kill him.
that's not how criminals work. He will be shaking you down for money for the rest of your life, and when he thinks you have none left, he'll kill you.
Sonja, you know that at his disposal, he has Alor the Invincible.
Yeah, but I also know he owned me at one time, and then I went.
I heard Alor the Invincible was a bitch, though, so.
Which, FYI, is a half fire giant.
Didn't he have a really nice sword that the cow
Yeah, to be
won?
really honest, as a player, I'm really hoping someone talks Sonja out of trying to do this.
Isn't that
I
the
know
sword?
exactly where it will go, but that doesn't.
Isn't that the sword that Gorshgan wants? It's Alor's sword? Or something like that?
I can't use that.
No, he helped work on it. It's like a 12 to 14 foot long broadsword.
I can use
So-
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like
I
some
don't
Final
think
Fantasy
you want to
shit.
mess with Grit, man. It's just he's like maybe almost as powerful as Roarin'.
I heard that there was this dude Tarvok there over there that was like fucking cats and shit.
I don't know who Tarvok is, but yeah,
I heard of Tarvok the Great. Yeah.
these are like people that are on the same level as Ratnik. We would need to really maybe get some stuff and like gear and power and stuff.
Fuck Redneck.
So, Keeneye, were you the one that took the map?
The map.
You know that scroll tube?
I don't think it was me. I thought it was Varis.
Was it you, Varis?
The scroll tube?
So, when one of our characters left the campaign, one of you guys took the map from him.
I think it was me that took it.
Okay.
I think Gorshgan had it.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check there. All right, Dolor. You notice hanging from Gorshgan's shoulder is a very intricately crafted scroll tube with runes written on it and whatnot.
Okay, so you see me, I'm just like looking at different people as I'm talking to them, and then I look over at Gorshgan and I do like a double take. And then I keep talking, but I keep looking at the scroll tube as I'm talking during this conversation.
Oh. Do I see him looking at it? An eye in my scroll tube?
So, were you the guys that Rockgut sent to like do some stuff and stuff?
I mean, scent is a strong word, but yeah, we work with Rotgut.
Oh, you're that cow and goblin and orc lady?
You have no clue who these people are because they're not part of the crew that you originally saw.
Raka said that he was maybe sending what. So I'm curious. Raka was looking for a map. He said he heard rumors that Zuggs, who's a goblin, had this magic map that would be able to reveal locations that were obscured and stuff, and it was like a really cool map. And then he really wanted to get his hands on it because stuff. So that tube looks like me. Is there a map in there?
Perhaps.
I just want to point out one thing.
Hmm.
I don't like that you mentioned everyone in the party except for me.
I mentioned you. I mentioned you.
Bitch.
Shut the Bill.
I called you a little fey elf with tiny butt buddies. That was what I called you.
Oh, right. Yes, I almost forgot you were there. Sorry.
I'm gonna murder you all.
Maybe. There's a lot of love here.
Right.
So, yeah, is there? Do you have the map, or do you know where'd you get the tube? Because wherever you got the tube, we should go back and try to get the map.
What's your interest in it?
Well, Rotgut and I are, like friends.
Is that so?
Yeah. Rotgut and me, we go way back.
Well, there might be something inside of this tube that resembles a map. I'll open the scroll, or I'll open the tube and then pull the map out.
Everybody duck!
Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the scroll case. If he gets the map out, I'll take a look at the case first and try to read the runes on it. Do I recognize them? Do I at least see what sort of...
Give me a Arcana check. So it's written in ancient runes, not ones that are currently really used today, express magical means.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea that it's probably something of great importance or power that's inside. It's got you get hints of divination runes and enchantment runes written on the exterior.
Okay. I don't know if I took detect magic.
Are you pulling out the map there, Gorshgan?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. So the map inside is this. And those symbols that you see are it's just a representative of it. There's different runes fading in and out all over the map. Some small, some large, some appearing at random, some appear multiple times in the same location. Others never show again. But it appears to be an older map of the Obsidian Islands. Not everything is represented on it.
Okay, and I've obviously looked at a lot of maps. I've sailed all over the seas and stuff, in my previous career. So, do I recognize where some of those discrepancies are? Like, oh, there should be, an island here or a.
It's not. It's mainly missing towns. That's
Okay.
the main thing that's missing is human interactions on the land.
Okay,
Land
and
masses are correct,
like
but-
political divisions and stuff. Okay.
There's no political division in the Obsidian Islands. There's only the Obsidian Empire.
Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. Hey, Varis, did you try and identify on this thing?
Identify.
Oh, okay. I thought that might be something that you would do. So maybe, do you mind? And I look at Gorshgan. Do you mind if I check this out a little more in depth?
Yeah, sorry, I'm no wizard.
Ah,
I can identify this perfectly fine myself.
all right.
Does it need to be identified though, Skratch?
It's up to you if you want to try it.
Alright, if you guys are cool for standing around for 10 minutes, then I'll ritually cast Identify.
Do you have Identify as one of your memorized spells?
Well, Forge Cleric, bro, I always have Identify.
Okay, then yes.
Okay, cool.
Always have Identify prepared, always. Alright, so I'll spend the next 10 minutes with Dolor standing next to me or over my shoulder or whatever, and I will just kind of sit down, crisscross applesauce on the floor or on the ground, and then I'll identify them.
Okay, let me pull up some notes here because I did not think this was going to happen.
Gorshgan slightly insulted
Smell of
about
smoke
Dolor
is the
trying to identify.
campaign burning.
No.
I shoot Dolor in the head.
Well, that took care of that problem real quick.
There we go. And we're off.
And then he comes. Tony
And
comes back.
away we go.
So, you have found a lost. It is a. There's no real name to the map, other
It's
than
the Marauder map.
it's created by someone known as the Diviner. It is a relic of the Lost Library of Inde, which is a magical library that exists on another plane, which Inde the Archivist oversees. You guys know just from existence in the city or within the world that too much knowledge was taken from the archives of Inde, and with the exception of very few people, everybody was kicked out. And with it, when they were kicked out, some relics were stolen. This being one of them. It's a very powerful map that allows you to bypass certain divination spells to find things that are hidden normally by divination or enchantments that prevent divination from seeing it. It won't let you see specifically get into listening to someone, but it might show the location if you have enough information to provide it.
Do we have to have the scrying spell to use it?
So yes, it will require the use of a scrying spell, and in addition, if you're looking for something specific, especially magical, you'll need certain remnants or magical artifacts possibly related to it as well.
Okay.
Okay, so can I trust you guys? I don't know. You seem like you're a little quick to draw your sword or whatever it is.
Or axe, or maul, or gun, or bow, or I don't know. What would you say that you have there, elf?
A pebble.
A giant rock.
Rocks. Would you like to get your rocks off? Use your man.
Foot. I could put up your ass, you little dwarf, and then I'll wear you around like one boot.
All right. Well, Yeah, I don't.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
Okay. Is something happening? I'm scared.
Everybody.
I'm scared.
All right. Hold on. Perception.
In Tower
not too
Power
bad.
or in the Fun Zone?
Or preferably.
Good job, Tony.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing one more. Okay. The only person. Oh, actually, no, 2. Keeneye and Dolor. You notice something. Your peripheral. Moving, but it's not at normal speed. It's like, you know, when you see a supersonic jet go across the sky. Imagine that within a clearing of a tree, like a forest.
So a slow-moving jetliner?
No, I'm talking like, you know, way beyond the speed of sound.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we've verified that this is the real deal, let's put that away. And
You guys see that?
I'll hastily put
See
the
what?
Something really fast just flew by right over there, I say in a very loud voice.
I very hastily put the map away.
The homestead stop. Kill him.
Like something magical was spying on us and just flew away when we pull out the map.
You see like little ruffle in the bushes.
I throw the bomb at the bush.
oh, that's
You're
not a good
gonna throw a
idea.
bomb in the bush after you're warned not to fuck with the trees.
Do not
The
fuck
bush.
with the
It's not a
trees.
tree.
The grove is a hole.
Oh goodness.
Let me see. I have. I mean, I'm fairly wise, so I probably wouldn't.
You're gonna need to light the bomb and then throw it so your party has a chance to stop you.
No, I don't think it's. Let me roll a wisdom check. Okay, I'm not gonna do it.
You're holding it like you got your hand on your hip like a person has their hand on a pistol.
Okay, Sonja, give me your boot.
I kick Keeneye.
I grab her boot.
She's not wearing shoes.
Oh, apparently. Great. Now I have a stinky orc foot.
You grab like her middle toe, like
I was
doing?
trying to find something heavy to throw at. Hey, Varis, throw your rock at that bush. There's something in there.
I throw Keeneye.
as this happens. You see this like slow moving like ocelot just move out of the bush.
What the hell's an ocelot?
It's much more than an ocelot.
Oh.
And when you knight them, they become Sir Ocelot. It's like a type of cat, isn't it?
It is.
It's
There you guys go.
That was gorgeous.
I'm just saying viewers might not be aware what an ocelot is.
It's basically a domestic wild cat for Hollywood stars that think regular cats are too boring.
Imagine a small cheetah.
Yeah.
It's not
Picture,
as
if you
fast.
will, a small cheetah that will kill you if you roll yourself in catnip.
So that's what pops out as the little jungle cat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's so cute. We'll try to
Yeah.
scratch it behind its ears.
Have I ever seen this before in the Grove?
You've seen plenty of animals in the grove before.
Okay, have I seen ocelots in particular though?
Sure.
Okay.
Perhaps this cat is the druid in disguise.
Nice kitty.
So
It-
successfully gets a good animal handle, and it's like it sits there. It starts giving you little biscuits on your arm.
Aw.
I was just trying to scratch it behind its ears.
That you know what making biscuits from a cat is?
Yeah, it's little poo-poos.
No. Air biscuits. The cats knead their paws like they're kneading dough.
Oh, okay.
He's giving you little biscuits on your arm.
Scratch its chin.
Felt more appropriate when it was the shit.
What do you say, Gorshgan?
Said it felt more appropriate to me when Stockton said it was shit.
I'm just saying.
All right, so I'm a little cautious, curious, skeptical. So I'm going to, while this is going on, start ritually casting detect magic.
10 minutes
It's
later.
a good kitty. 10 minutes.
So the cat, the cat
later.
walks around. It's like sitting on top of Gorshkin's head. Like it goes
It's a
around.
good kitty.
It's it's sniffing each and every one of you. It's looking at your weapons. It's
I'm gonna scoop it up and start putting it
No. I am going to stay far away from that thing. It's not even looking at my weapons.
and it's getting it's looking around at each one of you individually. Comes up
Let
to
me
you.
scoop it up and start petting it.
Eventually, after it gave a look around everybody. And it comes back to you, Sonja, because you're the only one that showed it affection.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop it up and hold it like a baby. and pet
I'm
it.
neutral to it. I'm not showing one way or another.
Yeah, this is a little suspicious.
Is it your friend? The
You don't like
Grove
kitties?
Druid? Is it the Grove Druid?
He's kind of big, and he usually does things a little bit bigger than that. It could be.
Why
I'm
would
gonna
a cat
finish.
be a druid? You guys are silly.
I'm gonna finish casting my spell because I'm not quite so sure what his intentions are. Looking at the cat.
Well, I guess that
He starts over for another 10 minutes.
6 or 7 minutes pass, and then the cat looks at you in the face, and it goes, in a voice familiar to you, Dolor. He goes, "I like the orc."
Oh, why
he's
didn't
this
you
smart.
say it was
He knows
you?
how to talk.
Oh,
I was enjoying the belly rubs.
Now that's funny.
Sonja snuggles with it a little. Kitty can talk. That's cool.
man, all this business with evil gods and hidden shards and magical maps and stuff, it's got me really jumpy. You remember that stuff I was telling you about, Mr. Kitty? I mean, Roran?
Yes, I don't really keep tabs on things outside the grove. Only those that attempt to make destruction of it.
Well, all that stuff
You
is
know this,
seriously
Kitty?
messing with my inner peace, man.
And the cat jumps out of your arm, and it transforms into
Chill.
It's about an 8
Bash
foot
it with a
tall.
wall.
It's an
Kill it with fire.
It's an 8 foot tall furbog.
Oh.
Who is wielding a gigantic club. His armor appears to have once been man-made, but is now, instead of being metal, has turned to petrified wood. Over him grows mosses and flowers and mushrooms and fungus. He appears to be at peace with nature. Whenever he speaks, the trees themselves seems to reverberate the same sound. He goes, welcome to my grove. Who do you bring within these walls, Dolor?
Well, we kind of just met, but, these guys are pretty cool. They helped me out of a pinch a little bit ago, and I look kind of guilty, and down at the ground and shuffle my feet. But they seem like they're friends with Rotgut, so I guess they must be okay, right?
Have you been doing bad things again, Dolor?
Bad things? No, man. I'm just like finding my inner peace and absorbing the positive energy and expelling the negative energy.
Roll me a deception check.
Oh, deception. Oh, not terrible.
He like his eyebrows raised and he goes, "All right, if you say so." Because I haven't seen you in a few days. I was afraid you went on another one of your binges.
Well, yeah, the voices were starting to act up again, and it's like this anytime I'm not over top of water. So I just kind of really needed some peace, man.
Your friends know the rules of the forest.
Oh yeah, I told him. I said, "Don't fuck with the trees," and I think.
Yeah, the elf was gonna pee on one, but I told him he could not.
That is fine as long as you're not destroying. Unless it's your pee made of acid.
Who knows
Hey,
what that
elf, is your pee made of acid?
How do you feel about cow poop?
That is one with
Yeah, he drops one every now and again.
Yeah, well, that's just fertilizer to these guys. And I look down at the plants.
And he goes, "Are you all hungry?"
Oh yeah, you've any of those mangoes? Those mangoes last time were excellent.
And he points to a random tree, like a pine tree, and then, strangely enough, a bunch of random fruits start growing off of the pine tree.
Okay, I'll go and pick a fruit.
Yeah, so he's gonna run over and start munching like grapes or whatever.
Yes. Do you have any questions for me, Dolor? How is this checking to make sure that pesky humans weren't coming out here to try to take the forest once more? It's been quite some time since they've been foolish enough to try that.
You hate humans too?
Well, I hate anything that tries to cut down my trees, but more times than not, it is the humans that come down to cut it to express wealth in the city.
They took my lands too.
You and me both.
You're kind of cute though.
He goes, "I'm older than your oldest ancestor."
You must be more than 30 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not saying much.
Goblins don't live very long.
Neither do half-orcs. She's about halfway through her lifespan.
Yeah, I mean, could you ask the trees if it's okay if we talk, like, openly? Because all this stuff with bell tracks and whatnot, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
He looks around and he goes, "I think you'll be fine."
Okay, I saw the thing go by, and then I didn't know it was you, so I thought maybe somebody was coming to, get the Ratnik tech that we're trying to find.
Not many can attempt to even listen inside here. He goes, without me knowing about it.
Alright, well, I'm glad you're here. You'd make me feel all kinds of safe and stuff. Yeah, Grit wasn't too happy with me.
So we were gonna all go kill Grit. What do you think about that, Mr. Giant Tree Fungal Guy?
I do not know who that is.
Yeah, he hates the forest. He wants to kill all trees.
He can attempt to come here.
And put up casinos.
Yes, he can attempt that if he comes here, but I am merely the guardian of this grove.
The Guardian beeps.
Was that another fruit popping out?
Yes, usually when I learn someone's name, the next time I speak to them, they look much older. So I tend not to get too attached to names or things beyond these forest walls. Will you be staying the night here?
Oh, I think that might be a good idea, because I don't think I can stay at Madame Lou's tonight.
And he points to a couple rocks, and they grow moss, and the moss peels away, and it kind of rolls back, kind of like a blanket.
That's a neat trick.
Little mushrooms pop up, looking like
Fucking druids.
So
man.
he eats them.
mushrooms pop up, giant ones that look like pillows, very soft.
Thank you for your hospitality. You know, you're A-okay in my book, man.
And the forest provides.
That's what I was going to say verbatim, Tony. Thanks for your hospitality.
Yes. I will be in contemplation. If you need me, let me know.
What you contemplating?
Right now, I'm trying to figure out why that star is close to that star right now. He points up to the sky. And right now, it's just
Sonja puts her arm around him and kind of looks up at the stars too.
He looks down at you and goes,
He looks down at her and goes, "What?"
no.
She's gonna grab her a handful of booty.
And with
All
that,
right, then, and then walk away.
when you grab his booty, he literally, like, disappears.
No means no.
Okay, so, like, how much do you guys know about Ratnik? Because I don't want to tell you stuff you already know.
I keep getting confused. Didn't we kill Ratnik?
No,
Well-
Ratnik was already dead.
Yeah, Ratnik's dead, but he's still got some stuff going on, you know, because, like, he found some stuff and stuff.
Okay.
It was like an echo of Ratnik that we found in that lair. Kind of like Voldemort with his journal in Harry Potter.
So we totally killed him. Yeah.
No, he was dead. No, Skratch said he was dead.
No, it was
for
us. It was us. We did it.
He was still talking when you guys left. You merely just defeated his guardian.
Yeah, we didn't kill the echo.
And you guys did not kill the echo. All you managed to do was, in the dream area, you managed to knock out his guardian.
Yeah, because fuck that elemental. Well, I guess we're not telling us the secrets of life. Could have just said 42, but no.
Ma Sidanya Himaway Homewhere. And
I hope that wasn't a cat's booty that was singing that.
It totally was. You know it was.
On the day we were born. Sorry. Circle of life. Never mind. Go on.
So, what do you know about Retnik's research in the Obsidian Empire, or his research that's connected to the Obsidian Empire?
Nah, nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot then.
Out of character, he has a large sheet of information in front of him right now.
Alright, so, Gorshgan, what do you know about the gods? Like, you know who Baltrax is? The Lightbringer, but he's not really a Lightbringer. He's kind of a Major Downer.
Yes, of course. My own deity is Deltrand, the god of smiths.
Okay, well, Beltrand.
Okay.
Beltrand is pretty cool. I mean, he's like.
Did we
Cool
see
guy.
an avatar of Beltrax in the place where they're doing the slaving?
You did deal with a devil that was representative of him, yes.
Yeah, so Beltrax is bad, human god, slavery, death, bullshit. Yeah. Got it. Next.
Okay, so cool. So right now, Beltrax says, there's like unwavering loyalty and faith to the order without question, exert your superiority over other races and religions, and do not question the archpriest because he's like the shit, according to Beltrax, and do only good in the eyes of humankind. But I don't think Beltrax is really Beltrax.
Why do you think that?
Okay, so get this. And I'll pull out Ratnick's diary and start flipping through the pages.
So you guys see him pull out this musty old diary. It's got like the color of it is like only someone that would like the most god awful bright fluorescent colors you could ever think of is the guy that designed the cover to this journal. And when he opens up the inside of it, it's written in a language that you recognize somewhat to be Gnomish, but at that's where the comprehension ends, and you see a bunch of handwritten scribbles written all over it in ink, in the margins or in between the lines that Dolor has done himself.
Okay, so see, this is actually a little bit harder for most gnomes to read because this is an older dialect of Gnomish, and the modern gnomes on the surface up here, their language has sort of progressed and they've changed a little bit, and thence and these and thous not so much in the vernacular now. But the deep gnomes, since we're kind of isolated, have not changed the language as much. And this word here, some people might read that as taken, but really that word is to bring to. See, so that's like why this is really interesting and shit. Okay, I'm getting kind of off topic. All right, so
Also
anyway,
encrypted on top of that. It's encrypted. It's not written in plain language.
Oh, okay. And yeah, he's like really clever and stuff. So he didn't write just like writing, he did. But anyway, so here, he says, let me find it. It's, no, wait, next page maybe? No. All right, here it is. He said that Beltrax, like, 400 years ago? The timeline's a little hard to follow. Maybe it's 800 years ago because it's 400 years before he was there, but he was 400 years ago. Anyway, Beltrax said that anyone should be accepted into the flock. The flock are like the people that like are followers, who wishes to spread the light, like good light, not the nasty light that he's doing now. And no being is created unequal to another. Well, that's not what they're saying now. They're saying humans are the shit and everybody else is in the shit.
Yeah, how is that news?
But Beltrax himself was different a long time ago, to seek guidance through the high priest when you are lost. It's the high priest, not the arch asshole. So, it's it doesn't jive, man. So here's what I think, and not what I think. Here's what I think Ratnick thought. He thought that maybe this Beltrax guy got imprisoned or killed or something, and the current deity that is Beltrax is an imposter, and he's a bad dude. Really, he's not a good dude. The Beltrax used to be a good dude, and now he's a bad dude, so maybe he's not really Beltrax.
So, we need to destroy a fake god.
Yeah, man, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, here you go. I hand him my bow and an arrow. Go get him.
Oh, well, this weapon isn't going to do much good. We need to find the shards, man.
You need to find the shards.
The shards, like, little pieces of a bigger object.
So, Sonja, you remember when shit comes out your ass when you fart?
No. See, you're messing up the language. You gotta be exact with your words.
And Sonja's asleep with.
Gorshgan's trying not to laugh his ass off. So,
Okay,
where do we find these shards then, little man?
Okay, so Ratnik actually found a shard. It's a shard of a... Now, it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what he's talking about, but it seems like he's referring to a weapon. So he has a piece of a weapon, or maybe the shard is a weapon, but when you get all of the shards together, there's like Voltron and shit. I don't know, man. But anyway, so he found one of the shards, and he gave it to his assistant. Did you see his assistant in his lab? I didn't.
No, we didn't see anyone like that.
All right.
We found a journal.
Yes,
You found a journal? Oh, I'll have to see. Maybe that's volume 2.
Didn't we find a journal in there?
You found Rockgut's journal.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I have it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rockgut's a cool dude, but he's not as smart as Ratnik. All right, so Ratnik was looking for the shards when he got like old and decrepit and probably died. I mean, he didn't say, "Okay, I am dead now" in his journal, so I don't know. But he gave his shard to Hayai. Hayai? I don't know.
My baby don't mess around.
So we could go and see if Hayai is around and maybe look at his shard, but then he does, and I flipped through a few more pages, he does mention 2 other shards, but he didn't find them. He's just has some clues as to where they might have been. So Felgrim was a gnomish scholar in Swordbreak, and he thinks that maybe he had one of them. And then Oriel, who is a powerful sorcerer, what race were they again? Looks like it's a part elf. Oh, half elf. Maybe he meant half elf there. Okay, so that half elf was looking to establish their own government, and this one, Rockgut said that he thought maybe it was like well, never mind. But anyway, so this Oriel may have had one, and Felgrim may have had one, but this is like 400 years ago, so they could be anywhere now. But Hayai, might still be around or something.
Okay. So, how is any of this going to keep us from getting into prison again, and help us kill Grit, and let us make a lot of money to pay off our debts, so when we can retire to the Peach Pit and like have lots of naked goblin women riding on us?
Hey man, you gotta think positive thoughts. Whatever energy you put out into the universe is what you get back, man.
I'm positive I'm going to get laid tonight by someone other than Sonja.
Well, I'm sleeping in the forest, and unless you're gonna have, a mahogany dildo or something, I don't know that there's a whole
I
lot
wiggle
you
my
can do.
eyebrows at him. You don't know.
Okay, so that's like what I got. I think maybe there's something to this Hayai guy. It's
All right, you're making up a lot of words.
But I mean, they're Ratnick's words, not mine. I'm just kind of reading along here.
Oh, okay.
But I think we can get the shards, and then we put our Voltron together, and then we kill the god. I think that's maybe like, what we're supposed to do, and then all the humans will stop being dicks.
So I look down at my little bent stick with a string on it, and another sharp stick, and a little lump of metal that makes noise. I look at Sonja's flat chest, and I look at Gorshgan. Oh, maybe Gorshgan could do it. And I look at the weird elf with his little friends. I'm like, I don't know, we could take down a fake god, even with some shards.
Well, maybe we could get the shards into the hands of somebody that could put them to better use.
I don't know, Gorshgan, you think you could kill a god?
Yes, but why?
It's a human god.
Yes, but I don't particularly care for humans, but I'm not, sitting here hating on them.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
In fact, it was goblins who raided our forge and ended up putting me into prison. So,
Filthy
well on
goblin.
that.
I mean, I don't really like humans in particular, so I mean, they get all burned for all I care. But anyway,
There is the matter of your guys' curse. So remember that.
Ah, shit.
All right, I forgot about that. And then
Right, I forgot about that too.
I'll remember that now. Oh,
And-
right. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, totally.
And, yeah, so you delve into what you want to there.
Wait. So I take 10 steps away from the gnome, the mushroom gnome. Does my tattoo, my curse tattoo get bigger? And I take 10 steps back so it gets smaller?
No.
Oh.
Do we have a tattoo from the curse?
You do notice like as Keeneye is lifting his shirt, you see this very nasty looking curse mark on him that is purplish in color. Not something of the natural order of the world.
All right.
And you're looking around and you see each of the other party members has a matching.
They're all taking their shirts off too. It's time for you to take your shirt off.
You want me to take my shirt off?
I'm not wearing a shirt. Ha ha ha.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
We need
it's like
some gold
Sonya's
coins,
wet
boys.
dream right here.
Gold coins. It's just like, God, D&D stripper houses must be horrible. People throwing gold coins. Ow! Where are you gonna stick that?
Someone jabs one up your asshole.
They just installed a vending machine collection coin unit on them.
You come off stage and you're like, "Arrgh!" Clink, clink, clink.
Looks
I
like
have
you
to go excrete my payment.
Oh, I have a story that could, go along with that, but maybe I'll
do
save
tell.
it for later. So when I was doing real estate, we did a lot of loans and helping people who had a hard time getting loans for houses. Among those are people like bartenders who deal with a lot of cash, waitresses. So they're more difficult transactions. Well, in that category is also strippers. And, you just having conversations with random strippers showing them houses. And there was one that was talking about the worst experience she ever had was there was a guy that came in with a $10 roll of quarters, and he was licking the quarters and trying to get them to stick on the strippers.
No.
He got thrown out shortly thereafter, but she was like,
He was already $1.75 in.
yeah, that was probably their worst experience. So
Oh man,
yeah.
fucking humans are nasty.
And how cheap do you have to be to fucking bring quarters into a strip club?
Yeah, that was
Cash money, bro. Cash money.
that was a fun story that I got to hear. Yeah, but we got a lot of loans for strippers and strip club managers and stuff. It was a good time. Anyway,
Humanitarian work, awesome.
Ungoliante, known across the realms as friend to strippers.
yes.
All right. That being said, let's continue into the normal things.
All right, normal things. Well, I don't know how normal these are. So yeah, the Hai guy, I guess. He was an illusionist. This is sort of the research that I was doing at the time when you guys came upon me. So there's a lot of criminal elements surrounding him, but I'm not getting very far right now with the things that I'm doing, and part of that got me into my predicament with Madame Lou and the Opium Den.
Criminal elements,
Cool.
you say?
Let's kill a god.
To shreds, you'd say.
Right. Wait. You're saying that you were researching when we found you high as fuck in an opium den, is that correct? That's what I'm getting right now?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, how else are you going to get into the criminal underworld unless you're part of the criminal underworld?
You could steal a lamp.
That's convenient. Sure you're not just an opium addict trying to fucking pull the wool over our eyes?
Well, I will admit that I have partaken of said, barbiturates, occasionally, in moderation.
Right.
Did you just say you eat bar bitches?
He said he wants to kill the human god. What else you want to hear?
He said that was a bar bitch he ate.
Well, we don't know. Maybe the human god is a bar bitch.
Maybe.
All right, I support this plan. Let's overtake all the criminal enterprises, make a lot of money, while we find out how to overthrow this false god.
You
All
okay,
right.
man?
Where's this Hey fellow
Like
now?
on GTH, right?
So here's what it says. Now this is 400 years old, but Hei was a Gith. I'm not sure how long they live, but he was Ratnik's apprentice, and then when Ratnik went on to the Great Beyond, Hei then disappeared. But when he disappeared, then a lot of criminal elements started to come together and forge alliances and stuff. So he may be pulling different criminal clans or criminal groups together and making a criminal empire. I mean, it seems like it's kind of a shitty thing to do, but if we find out who is getting these things pulled together, then maybe we find him. If we find him, maybe we find the shard.
Yes, well, I think that would be our best place to start. I don't know if Gorshgan would really know much about the Gith. I know a lot about the Gith. I love the Gith, but I don't think Gorshgan would really know that much about the Gith.
The
I don't
Gith
think
are
I
a
know what a
bit
gift
different.
is. Yeah.
The Gith are different in this world versus the Gith that
I
you're
think it's
used to.
pronounced Jiff.
Oh, okay. Shut up, Sonja.
They don't come from the. They don't have the same extra dimensional, backstory. It's that it's got a different story in this world.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, probably he still wouldn't know that much about it, though.
You may have seen a few of them. They're very rare, but it's not unheard of.
Well, if they might have come into the forge while he was working with his old master, then maybe that would be plausible. Or like when they were trading.
That most people know that Gith are innately magically gifted folks.
Would we know what their average lifespan usually is?
Somewhere in the ballpark of a century or more.
Okay, so it's been too long for Hei himself to still be alive.
Yes.
Okay. Still, that would be as Gorshgan. Still, I think that would be our best place to start. It was to find these the leader or someone of these criminal elements that might be able to tell us more information. But they're criminals, so they may not be so forthcoming with information. However, since we're not human, we could possibly use that to our advantage as a leveraging bargaining chip, as it were, and perhaps the enemy of my enemy is my friend, as it were. Well, where should we start then, specifically? Keeneye, you seem to have a few contacts in the criminal underworld, being a shifty little goblin fuck.
Well, I did, and then everything came crashing down when I was about to be on top of the world. So I don't know that it's safe to contact my contacts until I, become rich and rule the world, and then show them that how awesome I am and can pay them off.
We could perhaps try to drop your name, and that we're also looking for you, and that we don't have to tell them that you're with us.
That might work.
We don't have to tell them that you're with us.
You remember that coin that you picked up there?
Oh yeah, it's a little badge.
Yeah, so you do have that.
So this little thing here, I pull out not a rare firearms auction guy. What? An intricate scarab coin badge. It's that thing, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to think when we got that.
When you guys were dealing with Miss Dawn, she was being accosted by a gang.
Yes.
We also have the map, which helps us find things that are hidden, and we now know that we're looking for a shard.
You don't know what the shard looks like, and you don't have any other magical thing that ties you to it yet. So it might be a bit more difficult to do.
Keeneye shuffles through some papers. So this here badge coin thing is like a token you can use to enter certain criminal establishments.
Do you remember the name of that criminal establishment?
Oh, we got it off of the Black Claw Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Pilfered Purse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember where it's located?
It's a place you get good contracts. There's an entry beneath the surface, but I wasn't told where the location was. Unless Vera said something.
No, she may or may not know about it. It's basically it's a structure that exists in the underground, similar to the area where you're at, where Ratnik was at, but not all areas are the sewer down there. So there's literally several layers beneath the city of Mercatar of old unused buildings that have been built up upon over the years. As the sand gets higher and higher in the desert, it covers up the bottom layers, and then people just build on top of that.
Sounds like a promising lead to me.
Maybe we can check and see if there are contracts on our heads too. Or my head, because that's the most important head.
No, that would be prudent, yes.
Keeneye looks in his pants as well.
I mean, that's the head I was talking about.
You're currently in the forest grove right now, Varis.
I know we are. I'm talking like before.
Oh yeah, they've been plastered around town.
Okay, I just didn't know if that went away with this downtime that we had or not, or if that was still on the table.
Nope, still on the table.
All right.
In fact, it's in just a few days.
Well, isn't that coincidental?
Not convenient.
Excellent. Then I suggest we get some rest and make our way to this festival or whatnot.
Okay.
I, for one, am quite tired.
As am I.
Yeah. Maybe you can drop a long rest on us and then.
All right.
And
And then we'll go kill a god.
So as you guys are falling up to sleep, you fear you guys all drift off to sleep peacefully, but Varis, you feel a cat paw pushing up against your face, like goes up into your nose. It's trying to like wake you while you're trying to fall asleep. And you get up and you see the starfish butthole of a cat.
Oh.
Then it walks away and it is looking back at you. And then it looks forward and it looks back at you. Its tail goes up, shows you its starfish starts to like glow bright pink, and like walks off. So it's kind of like
Taking your picture.
it's like a nightlight like leading you off.
Oh, I thought I would always come to this.
Feel
and
compelled to follow the booty hole.
I started, unzipping my pants. All right, let's do this.
Just when I thought I got out.
Tarvok 2.0.
Oh
You follow,
No,
you
Varis,
follow the
no.
cat off in the distance.
As weird as that is, yes.
So as you follow the cat through and it goes into bushes, and so you're unzipping your. Are you unzipping your pants?
No.
Okay, you say like you come around the corner and then there's roaring. And, like, you're like holding your dong out. It's like
I was expecting this to go the other way.
You're facing the wrong way, buddy.
yeah, you would be the sub, not the dom in this case.
Sadly, I'll just have to take that L.
You know how powerful this guy is, John.
Oh, I know.
You have to take an L.
You helped me design this guy.
Yeah, it's just gonna have to take that L.
Over and
You mean
over.
the D, right?
No, the LD.
Pretty sure it's
No, it's an
every letter of
XLD.
the alphabet.
It's an XLD.
Yeah, it's an XLD.
Oh, all right. So he comes around that corner and Boren looks at you and he goes, "I sense elements around you, and nature seems to call you. Yes, I've heard more echoes since you have arrived. They seem to be speaking to you."
Oh yeah, I've got an elemental right here, and I start fishing in my pants. And
I got your elemental right here.
and then I pull out my elemental. And then
It's
I
like,
make him,
whoa.
and then I make him huge.
He's all, let me whip this big boy out.
As I make him large, he's the earth elemental.
Yes, interesting. What is it that calls you?
All the elements speak to me as a whole, but it seems it seems the fire elemental above all is seems to be trouble. But right now, I'm more concerned with the water elementals at this point. Came across a hag that was polluting the sewers. I was able to cleanse that, but it seems that there's a greater danger, it seems. I'm currently investigating that.
Yes. Ragnus and Aquifus do not seem to respond as much as they used to, do they not?
No, they do not at all. Kind of has me worried. I thought it was I poured all my hatred towards the humans for most of the elemental pain, but it seems to not just be the case.
So what is it that you wish to do?
I mean, overall, I wish to see the elements at ease.
And why do you take this task?
Well, it seems like they chose me for a reason.
What do you mean, chose you?
I mean, it's out of nowhere. It's just at a very, very young age. It seemed to just talk to me, and over time, I could control the elements, and I was given powers over the elements, and given my companion here. I can even change its elemental type, and then I change it to water next.
He puts his hand through the water and looks, it's incredible. So I have not seen one of your kind in centuries.
But you have seen people of my kind.
Yes, long time ago. They came from the north.
Oh, the north, you say?
Yes. It was a wood elf. His name long forgotten, but he said he came from near Oakhart. In a tree grove like my own.
Interesting. Might have to pay that a visit then, if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah. He reaches to a tree and he whispers a few words, and a branch grows, and it turns into kind of like a piece of it. It kind of just part of the branch just falls off. And he picks it up, and it's about 3 or 4 inches in diameter, and it's perfectly smooth. And along the edges of it is some runes inscribed on it. He goes, "Here, if you ever enter that grove," he goes, "use this as a letter of introduction. I'm sure it will gain you entry."
I like to use that to gain some entry.
I sense that there's something on your mind of visions.
Yes, seems I'm having visions of a watery, tentacly thing that seems to be out of order, sorts. Seems to be my next task of cleansing the corruption of the elementals.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, maybe. Give me 1 second. Well, it seemed that in my visions, it seemed that there was a temple of some sorts. My assumption, I went to the towers for some research on the matter, and what it seemed to be is the temple was dedicated to Tritus, the life giver. And the creature in my vision, from what I could gather, it seemed to be the echo of Aquafis. I know it has a direct connection to the Avatar himself, but I just don't know where the temple would be. I know there are several temples dedicated to him, but it's going to take some time to kind of pinpoint which one it would be. It doesn't seem to be man-made. It seems to be too intricate for the humans. It seems to be more of sea-dwelling creatures, if anything, if I had to guess.
And he pokes at the water of a pool in front of him. He looks to the sky, and then he goes to touch your head. Do you willingly let this happen?
Sure.
And you relive the same vision. He goes, there is a city under the water to the east. Between here and Death's Halls, at a small island chain. Maybe that is what you seek. Or maybe those who you should speak to, maybe.
And you said from here and...
Death's Halls.
Death's Halls, okay. Okay, I will definitely have to give that a first look then. Yeah, I got it.
And then he goes, well, that's that. And you like looked, like scratch your head and you look back and he's gone.
The fuck? How do you keep doing this? All right. And I go back to bed.
Okay. So I push out a long rest for the rest of you guys.
Hold on real quick, Matt.
Can I press long rest?
Yes.
All right. So you guys wake up, and next to you, you fell asleep on the mushroom pillows and moss blankets that you had. You see like a little herd of small animals bring up like a little tray of food on that's some old leftover bark that serves as an eating surface. You see different fungi, plants, root vegetables, brought up to you, and they scurry off.
Sonja's gonna eat her pillow of mushroom along with the other stuff.
Yeah, and Gorshgan, you wake up, and for some reason, like the whole night, you kept on feeling like a sharp rock, and you hit your lower back. Like you'd wake up, and like you'd go feel it, and there's no sharp rock there. You go back to sleep, felt like another sharp rock had been pushing into your back.
Better not be Goblin dick.
A little prick.
Or Sonja trying to fucking molest me while I'm sleeping.
Oh, God.
I'm an idiot.
It was whenever your back was facing the ground.
So the ground was trying to fuck me? Alright.
So you guys wake up. All of you had a good night's rest with the exception of Gorshgan, whose back kind of hurts.
Sounds like real life.
What do you wish to do?
Put my armor back
Oh
on.
my God.
Say again, Sonja.
Gonna kill the guy. Right, little gnome guy.
Who? What?
I kicked the little gnome guy. We're gonna
Hey,
go to
man.
God, right?
You remember what happened the last time you kicked someone small?
I had this dream about this most bodacious goblin. No, wait. Maybe they weren't bodacious. Oh. Maybe I wasn't dreaming. I look over at Keeneye. God damn it.
You guys drew last night. Never mind. I don't want to hear that story.
As they're clearing their search history. All right. You guys feel vitalized, but you realize that staying in the Druid Grove is not going to fix all your problems, and that at some point you will have to return to civilization. Where in the city do you wish to go to?
Can we stay here?
Gorshgan, you feel yourself being sexually molested by someone's eyes.
Oh God.
Stop looking at me, Sonja.
Like you're putting on your armor. She's like,
I'm gonna look over at her and be like, "Stop looking at me, Sonja. You're disrupting my rituals."
the same looks that construction workers give to a tight-bodied
Don't mind me, just
20-year-old
taking in
lady
the view, beast.
jogging by.
I'm gonna do some exaggerated flexes.
feel like I should be throwing coppers.
Just to fuck with Sonja, I'm gonna start doing like some exaggerated flexes while I'm putting on my armor, like in slow motion, like, oh yeah.
He's David Hasselhoffing.
Yeah, basically.
We no way endorse David Hasselhoff,
Come on, David Hasselhoff is awesome.
except for when he's drunk.
Oh no,
and
totally.
drunk.
I totally.
I totally endorse David Hasselhoff.
We don't do the
Wait.
Hoff here, okay?
Where was he super popular? Was it China?
Germany.
Germany. Okay.
He could literally move to Germany and never pay for anything again.
100 million Germans can't be wrong.
Well, they can actually. In World War II.
Yeah, yes, they were about. Yeah, I was gonna say they were about, and then again, 80 years ago. Turns out that is incorrect.
Where are you guys going to be? So you guys are walking towards the. You left the grove and you're now walking towards the city. What are you guys discussing, and where are you guys deciding to go to?
Which way's the god, little gnome?
I want to chime in.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, there is that competition going on. If with a pretty hefty reward, if I remember right. If we want to sidetrack and do that,
That would be a good way to make some point.
I'll go play games instead of killing the god.
It's a way to make connections.
Too. Yeah, connections as well. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was going
The only connection I want to make is my hammer against the god.
We'll get there, Sonja. Calm down.
Put your dick away.
Put your woman dick away, and let's think about this rationally.
Maybe if I can pay off my debt to Grit, then he could give us some information too.
I think that we could also, as an option, visit this Grit at his arena, and perhaps not necessarily fight, but I can provide medical attention to the arena combatants. I have both skill with medicines and applying bandages, as well as my divine powers.
Right, so I used to fight there, and I kind of maybe led a rebellion against the place, and that's why I was in jail. Going back, probably not a good idea for me.
Wait. You say you're from the pits?
Yeah, I used to fight in the...
doesn't that technically mean that you're still owned?
I punched the elf.
You guys know that he lives in the pits because when you guys were at the Oasis Inn, there were pictures of Sonja up on the wall, protesting the fight bouts that she was in against different people, and people were congratulating her when they heard her name return. So you guys are well acquainted with the fact that she fought there at the arena.
Well, she was the number one contender for a while.
But did we know?
It didn't work out.
But did we know that she led a rebellion?
No.
Right. So that's the.
Unless she told you, she could have told you in prison. You never know.
Well, I mean, she just said it right now, so.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me I was in solitary confinement, man. Because I also led a rebellion, but it was in prison already.
Well, don't you think it's a bad thing just to be in the city without? Did you check back in with your people?
No, I've been trying to lay low a little bit. Not so much be seen.
Well, I don't think we've been laying low, so...
Your name was shouted many times at that bar that you were at.
That's why I haven't been back in a while.
Well, perhaps Varis and Keeneye and I could go and you could pursue other leads with Dolor.
She's a folk hero, though, so nobody would rat her out to the authorities or nothing. Unless it was a dirty little human.
Or you think.
Well...
Little do you know, they're on their way right now.
Let's run. But I'm gonna give Sonja just like this flat look, just like, that she let her.
So you guys are getting closer, and you now see. Now you're now approaching the city gates from the southwest side of the town. You see different caravan wagons entering the town. Oddly enough, one of them looks half burnt, and parts of the parcels appear to have been torn out, and some of the people, including the caravan guards, appear to be hurt, have wounds that have been tended to hastily. You see them conversing with the guards. Some heated words are exchanged, and they're let in. And you get closer and closer to the gate. And it's now your turn, and the guards, they look you guys over, and goes, "Halt! Why do you enter the town of Mercatar?"
We've come to trade.
Go inside?
Shit. They found us out.
Because I heard 3 different answers. Which one is it?
All of
To
them.
go inside and trade.
All right, you have coin.
Aye.
Let me see it.
I
Show them your coin.
float the coin across my fingers.
And they hold their hands out.
I don't know. I just show it to him. Give it away.
What is the what? I like sigh like, oh, what is the usual coin?
1 gold.
All right, I'll give both the guards a gold.
Oh, wrong coin. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
They're shaking us down, man.
Okay. I thought they were asking for the criminal coin.
No, they're shaking us down, which is common.
Yeah, you probably should put the criminal coin away.
Right, I will put the criminal coin away.
Gorshgan's been here before many times, so he knows how the Mercatar guards are.
So I chime in and I say, well, if we pay you, then how can we pay people inside, furthering your city, allowing more people to come in?
I care not.
It's fine.
Are they human guards or not?
I already gave them each a gold. There's only 2 of them, right?
Fuck you guys too.
Yeah.
May we enter now?
He goes. He looks it over and looks at the elf and he goes, "Keep your elf in check."
I'll try to keep that in
Pretty
mind.
sure that's not how that works, but okay.
They look at you suspiciously
Varis, just
as
stop.
an elf as to why you're worth all these non-elf, non-human, non-dwarf people.
What, an elf can't choose to be among people he wants to be? What kind of place is this? I start walking in.
Know your place, house elf.
Oh dear God! Give him a sock! Give him a sock!
Motherfucker! I slap you. I'm like, I'm above all of you.
Here's a sock.
And then pat Varis on top of his head. That's a good elf. No, just be
So as
quiet.
you're entering the city, you see hordes of goblins and goblin children running around. They're plastering up signs everywhere. And as you walk by, you see on the posters, they're plastering over like old ones, wanted posters, and they're plastering over like shop signs. They don't care where they're putting it on. And you see where it says Crimson Pit Grand Fight, and it says 700 gold, winner takes all, along with magic weapon. It says teams only. Entry at the Crimson Pits.
I'm like,
And
point
it
at the
says,
sign
the
and
date the date's 2 days from now.
Sonja.
I told you guys.
And it
What
said
we should be doing.
5
Hey,
gold entrance fee.
Hey, house elf. When they say like fights, do we get to use our weapons?
I believe that's what they mean.
So even
Yes,
if
you can use your weapons in the pit.
I could create a great big explosive, I can use that.
I'm pretty sure.
That's handy.
At least from what I've heard, anyway.
I start thinking of a way to make some type of grenade.
There was a goblin that tried that, blew himself up.
Well, that goblin was much more stupid than me.
Obviously.
I'm not making a comparison. Just sharing a little history.
I'm still not going to fuck you.
You and me both, Keeneye.
I mean, if it was the two of us,
You
we
said
might.
you're both? Okay.
No, Sonja. No one said that. Oh, I'm gonna go walking forward with Varis. Let's go to these. Let's find lodgings here within the city.
All right, so let me share up the town again real quick. Let's see.
Sonja's going back to Bridget's.
We got Dolos, who is, we're gonna put him as the lead token right now. Can I not put you? Okay, let me pull the combat tracker then. All right, so you entered in from this gate right here. And as you're walking down, so this is about where you start seeing all those signs and whatnot. Where do you wish to go?
Actually, Sonja wants to stop by at a store. She's gonna get a mask made, since it looks like we're going into this.
Okay. Is there? Are you trying to go to the Grand Bazaar, or where are you trying to go to?
The same place where she got her gown made. The tunic she's wearing.
That was in the other town.
No, it was here. She showed up here in peasant clothes.
Was that at the?
In the other town, remember she bought the one guy gave her money to go get a pair of pants and a shirt, and then when she got here, she had a tunic made.
Was it?
It cost
were you
her
at
like
the
a
Silk
bunch of silver.
Luxuries? Were you at Silk Luxuries, or were you at the place in the bazaar owned by the?
I'm pretty
cat?
sure it was in the bazaar because
Is it the
it
place
was
owned by
easier
the
for her to
cat?
hide there.
You're at the Burning Cats collection. Does that sound about right?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a few months. It was when we first got to this town. It wasn't the first one though. So if that's the only two options, then it was definitely the second.
Perfect.
Okay. So you're walking through. Okay, so you're going back there. So as you're walking through, you guys get to. So is that where you're asking the party dues to head over to that shop?
I can come if they want. I don't give a fuck.
Are you guys sticking together, talking through this whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I would want to stick together, I think, but
Okay.
Oh no, you're coming with me, Gnome. None of you out of my sight.
I would suggest sticking together just because of the recent events that we've been in.
Yeah, we're more conspicuous that way. Good idea.
Yeah.
So as you get about here, you see two of the goblins turn, and they do a double take at Sonja, and then they walk up, and they seem to be in charge of about 20 to 30 of the goblins that are currently putting up the signs. And they come up to Sonja like, we're looking for you, Sonja.
oh man,
Have you
this
been
isn't
mistaken?
Sonja, man. This is Barbara. Yeah, her name's Barbara, not Sonja.
Yeah. I know Sonja when I see her.
I'll sneak behind those goblins and point and say, "Oh my God, it's Barbara!"
Oh, hey, is it one of the goblins that betrayed me?
No.
Oh, okay. Because this wasn't going to end well if it was.
Give me a second here. He goes, my name's Stockton. This is my sister Ooze. He goes, we recognize you. We used to have to clean your stall when you just got to the Crimson Pits. Your shit was disgusting. He goes,
Best if you forgot my name quickly.
he goes, Big Boss Man has a proposition for you. And he goes,
I'm listening.
we heard about your little run-in with the mushroom gnome, and points over to the gnome.
Oh, I'm not the mushroom gnome, man. No, I'm the tulip gnome.
He pulls
Dude,
a
he
mushroom.
cleans my shit now.
He literally pulls a
Mushroom
mushroom. He pulls a mushroom like off of your cape, your cloak.
No, man, that's a tulip. Don't you know anything?
He goes, nah. He goes,
Put his fucking tulip back. What do you want?
he eats the mushroom.
He should probably make a Constitution save.
and then he immediately dies.
He's got a 15 plus.
Well, that problem just kind of solved itself.
He's got a 15 plus something. He's good. His eyes start to dilate a little bit. And he's like, Pitmaster Griff's got an offer for you. He goes, one time. He goes, you killed a bunch of our men. Well, some of them were good. Others were not even worth the food that they ate, but so is life as a goblin.
Get to the point.
He goes, if you win the arena fight, all is forgiven. Because nothing that Pitmaster Grit likes more than coin itself. He goes, in exchange, you won't get any of the winnings of gold. You can keep whatever else items are in it. He goes, then we'll clear his debt. Points to Dolor. And the indiscretion of killing his men. But, as he likes to count the coin himself, he will not waive the 5 gold entry fee.
I thought it was 5 silver a minute ago.
5 gold.
No, it was 5 gold. It said 5 gold.
Yes, it's in 2 days' time. You register today. Underneath your name, we'll consider the hunt off for now. If not, we'll be watching you.
Yeah, I'm not going back there, so like they can arrest me again.
As I said, all will be forgiven. All Pitmaster Grit cares about is how much money he can make off of you. Imagine this. revolting gladiator returns to fight in the arena for freedom. He would sell tons of tickets.
Say we do it.
So he
we
turns
kill
around
two
and looks
birds
back at
with
the others.
one stone.
Yes, I agree with Varis.
We
I
clear
shrug.
debt. We clear your name. Yeah,
We make some money.
Alright, I'm gonna bend down and grab the little goblin by the cuff of his shirt.
You can try.
We have a counter offer.
Not you. The other goblin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go get him, Sonja.
He does not
Cross me?
flinch. He's not flinch when you grab him. But you notice like
Cross
20
me?
or 30 goblins like start walking towards you.
You cross me, I'll rip your fucking head off and feed it to those motherfuckers.
Yes, well, that's on you.
Hey, you understand me?
We have a counter
You can
offer
do
for your
what you
master.
want. Pitmaster Grit will just have you taken in without your
That
consent.
won't save your life.
I don't care.
Calm down, Sonja. Just let him go. We have a counter offer for your master, little goblin.
Oh. I bet you can't outmaneuver him, but go on.
No one's trying to outmaneuver anyone. We accept your offer, except for one little thing. After we win, which we will, then we also require some specific pieces of information. He can keep his coin all he wants. We need some more. We need information as well as their debts being cleared.
Well, that is going to be something you have to work out with him himself. If you win, you can negotiate that. Then
I really think we'll lose. In fact, I think it should be like 300 or 400 to 1 on us again, like against us, because we suck and we haven't slept well and we're not eating well and Sonja's got diarrhea. Barbara's got diarrhea.
What?
So 600 or 700 to 1, I should think.
So, I'm going to need something from you guys. I will need to know what your little band of vagabonds will be known as so we can tell when you sign up.
I think it was Ass Blasters 200.
The X-Crawlers.
This is
I was
me
gonna
as the
say the
GM
Blood Gal-
asking for what will your group be known as from now on.
Will be known as
Sonja and her bitches.
This is something that you can give me next session. So I will need to know by next session what you will be calling the group.
We are known as They Killed a Gnome.
I vote for Sonja and her bitches.
I definitely don't vote against
I
that.
think that's copyright infringement on the team that's called Tarvok and his bitches.
True statement. So we're going to wrap things up here real quick. So you guys are going to be headed to get a mask for Sonja.
Well, I don't need the mess now. They already know who I am.
Oh, but you need the cinematic reveal like at the end of Gladiator.
And he goes, the male goblin, like he dushed himself off, and Uz, his sister, goes, you know, you're really easy to find. He goes, why would you return to the one bar that you would always go to? Where do you think we went first? We heard
Yes,
grumblings
Sonja.
of your return, and then we returned to the same bar, and there you showed up to work for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Sonja.
I'm snitched.
What do you mean, snitch?
I like
We were
going to
there
first
ourselves.
goblin.
And then you're so dumb that you kill a group of goblins, knowing that the goblins ran in the arena, and you let one go, and you
This
didn't.
is the lady one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes,
Let's see.
and you let one
How
go.
many does it take to deliver a message?
I believe only one.
That's what I thought.
Well,
Sonja.
she's not right next to you.
Leave them alone. Let them go back to their
You
pit.
also,
I
Go.
can
you also
I
realize
can move
you're-
up to 40 feet.
you also realize you're in the middle of a city street, surrounded by both guards and about 30 goblins who all each have weapons right now.
Look,
So you can try this.
look, Matt. If he wants to pull a Steve, let him pull a Steve. Okay.
Yeah, I will. I will let you know. you will get ass rammed by a bunch of obsidian guards.
I'm gonna come up behind Sonja and I'm gonna put her in a bear hug.
So Sonja goes to grab her weapon,
She pulls her hammer out, and Gorshgan grabs her.
Go
and
No.
as you're looking at
No.
the sign, you see that one of the things drawn on the sign as the grand reward is your old weapon being put up as a reward.
Don't do your dirty spells, you stupid cow.
You heard me, Sonja?
Yeah.
On the arena fight, they are offering your weapon up as one of the grand prizes.
You give me my fucking weapon too, little goblin.
You win your fight, you get it.
It's already mine.
Save your strength for in the arena.
Let's see if the lady's grown a little more balls this time around. And, well, we obviously know she don't grow brains.
I suggest you get out of here, little goblin, before something bad happens to you.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Pitmaster Grit will reward me handsomely for delivering this message. Thank you for being an idiot. And they scamper off. So, we will end the session tonight. Hope you guys had a fun time role-playing. Thank you for everybody for tuning in if you did, or watching after the fact. Thank to each of the players. One of our individuals has to leave right about now, so we're cutting a little bit short. So just give me the name of the group that you want, and we're good to turn off for tonight.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Skratch.
Follow us on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, Twitch? We already said Twitch, right?
What about
YouTube.
Twitter?
That's the other one.
And Facebook.
YouTube.
Yes, Twitter.
YouTube.
Oh, don't forget Twitter and Facebook.
Yes.
And the tubes of you.
Yes.
Dice by the sword.
Or alternately, # Sonja and her bitches.